Hi everybody, welcome to our Sunday morning and welcome to Mr. Steve Ross.
Good morning, sir. Your coffee is here.
Thank you very much. You can go now.
Okay.
So that was Steve and he's gone now for the rest of the day.
I want to
Normally-
ask Steve Ross to kick around anymore.
On Sunday mornings we usually do Grumpy Old Men, so this is sort of a grumpy old news program. We are going to start by doing the main Thai stories that we've promised to do each morning at 8 o'clock. And then we'll get into some other sort of grumpy matters later on in the program, and you may want to hang around for that, or you may want to go about your Sunday sort of stuff.
This should be part of your Sunday stuff. This should be part of your Sunday every week.
Steve, I can't help but notice that there has been a change in the hue of your hair.
Yes. I had said last week that I would color my hair any color chosen by any viewer who chose to give $1,000 to a legit flood relief charity. Excuse me. It's very early. Why we do these things at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning, I don't know. But
We're interrupting your church, are we?
yeah, that's it, my worship. There's a guy named the Queensland Tiger, and that is the name of his channel.
Yes.
He is a musician. He sings traditional music, mostly, I think, Australian music. He has a number called I've Been Everywhere, which is kind of a parody song.
I've been everywhere, man.
Right.
I've been everywhere. I've been to Billabong, Wollongong.
Yes, but it's Thai towns. It's
Oh.
Thai town cities. Yeah.
Or gee, your mouth would be sort
Yes.
of like a pretzel after.
His pronunciation is laudable. He has spent some time studying these place names, so I like his channel. He's got a sonorous voice, but he gave $1,000 to the Bangkok Community Help Organization.
Friso and Greg.
Greg Lang, and they do a lot of work up in Bangkok in the slums. And they're sending supplies down to Songkhla Hat Yai right now. And the Queensland Tiger gave $1,000 and said, color your hair blue. Excuse me. So I did. And it was much brighter and more electric a week ago.
It was actually.
Yeah, it's a rinse rather than a dye, so it is washing out.
Are you sort of considering maybe making it a permanent statement?
Well, people in town seem to like it.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
do it, except I had an appointment on Friday to get it like refreshed for this show on Sunday. And the woman, I walk into her shop at 1 o'clock when the appointment is, and she's got another client in the chair.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she says, come back tomorrow and Saturday we'll do it. We'll have it fresh for Sunday morning. I come back yesterday, 1 o'clock. Place is dark, closed up,
Sure.
locked, the gates are closed. So, whether I can maintain this, because she was the only person I found who would take on the job, who had some color in the store, some blue in the store.
So you had the blue left over.
Yeah, I suppose from the old ladies.
I think it's a bit of blue paint you had left over.
Well, whatever it is, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
Thanks
And-
very much also for wearing a shirt that is exactly the same colour as the background.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well done.
I'm still wearing muted colors because we're in mourning. So I'm the little black pin that I was wearing lost its whatever you call that nut that goes
The
on
pin thing.
the pin thing. So I'm
Mine
just
is-
wearing muted colors.
There's one just under the yellow thing there, I think. You'll find. Is there one there? No. It's there somewhere.
At any rate, you know what I'm talking about. One of these little, not a wreath, it's
Black-
a ribbon,
black
a black ribbon. And I was wearing one of those, but I can't attach it anymore, so I'm just wearing dark colors. I'm sorry, if I'd have been thinking, I would not have chosen this shirt. I have a gray shirt that would have popped. Do you want to wait? I'll go home and change.
Your grey shirt would have popped, do you think?
Yeah, against this background, yeah.
What's
A
going to
lighter
be
color,
your
like that frame is
your
popping.
K-pop stage name? Given that you're now a K-pop
Oh!
idol with the blue hair.
Yeah, I don't know. Hung Far, maybe? I don't know. I don't know Korean names.
I don't think Hung Far is a Korean name.
Kim Jong Steve.
Maybe
Yeah, Kim Jong Steve.
Kim Hung Far.
I'd be the cute one
be.
in the boy band for sure. I'd be the cute one.
Would you be Park Hung Far?
George is the smart one. I'm the cute
You
one.
got to be a Park or a Lee, don't you, to be Korean?
Or a Kim, a Park
Kim,
Lee
a
or a
Kim.
Kim. Yeah,
Yes.
those three names are very Popular, yeah.
Here's an appropriate question. I'm not sure how you're going to answer this. From Thumper Squid, Steve, does the carpet match the drapes?
No, not yet. Give another 1,000.
No. We're talking about your home decor, I think.
My home decor.
Yes. Does the carpet in the house match the drapes in your house?
No, I'm not sure you're grokking this question. But for another $1,000, I'll dye my pubes. I won't be able to show you.
We don't say pubes at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
My chest hair. I'll dye my chest hair. For another $1,000 given to the Bangkok Community Help Organization for flood relief, I will gladly dye my... Well, wait. I found one woman who would do my head. I don't know where in this village I would find a woman to dye my the rest of my body, my nether regions. I'd have to go to Phuket for that, but I'm going to have to go to Phuket soon anyway. I'm running out of turtles. I bought 10 turtles about, 6 months ago?
The inflatable one.
Yeah, and I'm running out. So I have to go buy more. I've got a bunch of the really big ones that I can't really use because nobody wants them. They're too big. But at any rate, when I go to Phuket, I'll see if I can find somebody who can do a dye job on the carpet.
I'm just going to bring you up to date with some of the news items that have crossed the editorial desk this morning in the worldwide resources of TNT, which is me fossicking around here about 6:30 in the morning in my underpants. So I'm going to press that button, and here we go. Thai PM rejects Anwar's call for a 10 p.m. ceasefire tonight. This article published yesterday hoped that there would be a ceasefire last night. Let's see what happened. And the Prime Minister has made clear through a post online that there would be no ceasefire with Cambodia starting last night, as proposed by the Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. He said if there's going to be a ceasefire, it must be proposed directly to Thailand by Cambodia, not through the leader of a third country. I think both leaders are making it quite clear that this is a bilateral situation. Yeah. And I think the very, very worst thing that could happen, beyond any assistance that the US president's provided with some sort of jurisdiction on the matter, I think the worst thing that could happen is for the superpowers to sort of get involved and start leaning into it.
Oh, excuse me, they can bang the drum and blow the trumpet all they want. This will be solved in a smoky back room by a handful of Cambodian and Thai men in uniform, or on the golf course out of uniform. It's not going to be solved in a public arena. Certainly nobody from outside the upper echelons of Thai and Cambodian society will be in that room when the deal is struck. So, there's a camera with a red light on it, and certain people are going to jump in front of the camera as soon as they can and jump in front of the microphone and say some stuff. But no, this is between the guys running the show in these two countries right now, and nobody else will be invited into that room. And
principally at the moment, it is basically the military of both sides who are conducting this. With a bit of fanfare from the elected officials, but it's mostly the military who are sort of doing their own thing and given carte blanche to a degree along the borders.
And I think that is much of the point the military is trying to make. We snub our nose at the concept of civilian leadership of the military. You see all this stuff, I mean, they dissolved parliament. You got a prime minister in the course of this war. You've had one prime minister out, another one in, then he's out, another one in, then he's out. Meanwhile, the generals on the border are running the war. And that's part of what they want to project. That's part of the message they're sending. We are not under the control of Bangkok. And once they get that idea across, I think, then they'll simmer down and make some deals.
I'm not going to get through this news.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure how to do this. We've never done this before, have we?
No, we haven't.
I've never been on your news show.
For a reason.
We've never done news on Grumpy Old Men. So yeah, I don't really. What's the rules? I don't know.
You could also give me $1,000. Well, no, not me. You could donate it to a charity like livingwatersphuket.com or Bangkok community help. But if I dyed my hair, nobody would notice.
Nope.
I could dye it bright red and everybody would just walk straight past me.
I'm thinking neck tattoo.
No,
for
no,
this
no,
one,
no, no, no,
Since
no,
he has no hair to dye.
I'm not polluting my body with a tattoo. Thank you very much. I'm not.
Oh, that'll get good.
I'm not desecrating the temple. Back to the news. Oh, it's
One of those 1,000-year-old temples, this one, right?
It's a long way to go and press the button. You're going to have to press the button number 2 for me. Here we go. Annerton continued by saying, it's not possible. No one can tell us that there must be a ceasefire at 10 p.m. tonight, referring to 10 p.m. last night. He noted that Cambodian forces started shelling civilian targets yesterday morning, that's Saturday, adding that if Cambodia sincerely wants to ceasefire, it must pull its heavy weapons away, published in Cambodia. And so their version of the story, saying confusion in Thailand as Thai Prime Minister and the Defence Minister appeared to signal no ceasefire. And I'm going to press all the right buttons here, Tim. And despite a mooted 10 p.m. ceasefire in the Cambodia-Thailand conflict, interesting, they refer to it as the Cambodia-Thailand conflict. In Thailand, they refer to it as the Thai Cambodia conflict. Did you notice that? No, you didn't.
No, not at all. No. Thank you for pointing it out.
And it said it was arranged by the Malaysian PM Anwar Ibrahim after a phone conversation with the US President Trump and separate telephone conversations with the two PMs. Doubts have been cast on whether the ceasefire will happen. Well, it didn't, following reported comments from the Thai PM and the Defence Minister. Annerton said, we did not discuss that, talking about his conversation with President Trump. There was no agreement of any kind. These are the words of the Thai PM. It was simply an exchange of updates. I reaffirmed that regarding the conflict between the two countries, each side has to act to defend itself. Thailand, for its part, must fully protect its sovereignty and its people. Up the top there, he didn't say anything about whether we should stop or not stop firing. Interesting, the words from Annerton are quite different from what the American president has said. We did not... Steve, you just behave yourself. We simply carry out our duties. Further down there, we don't want to speak in that way. In international relations, we must show respect to all our friends. There's no need to argue back and forth. We act according to what we consider appropriate to the situation. And from Al Jazeera, Thai PM says no ceasefire with Cambodia, more attacks despite Trump claim. Oh, there you go. I like the headline so much, I had it twice. It says that Thailand's PM said his country has not reached a ceasefire agreement with Cambodia. And earlier, the Malaysian PM, who's been a key mediator, it's the way they've hyphenated it, makes it a bit hard to read. In peace talks between the two nations, the two countries should cease hostilities starting on Saturday evening. That didn't happen. The US president claimed late Friday that he'd successfully brokered a ceasefire between the neighbouring countries, and that was quickly overtaken by ongoing military exchanges. Cambodia has not commented on Trump's claim. You can down further, I think, is an important part of the story. More than 20 people have now been killed across both countries, with nearly 200 more wounded over the 6 days of renewed fighting. An estimated 600,000 people have also been displaced on both sides of the 800-kilometre-long Thailand-Cambodia border, where the conflict centres on disputed ownership of centuries-old temples. That's its version of the story. I think from that we can say that it's all very well for a third-party mediator, whether it be the Malaysian PM or the US president, to say, come on boys, now let's just settle down and put your spades down and don't fight over the sandcastle, and you two got to be okay? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And off they go. But it's then incumbent on that third party to then be sort of involved in maintaining that peaceful situation by staying on the phone, by making repeated calls and trying to, keep on top of the situation. If you're going to be a peacemaker, you need to be a peacemaker, not just a peace broker and walk away. The situation is the fighting is continuing along the Thai-Cambodian border. Whether it's calmed down or whether it will calm down today as some sort of acknowledgement of an intention for a ceasefire last night, we'll have to see. But pretty much the rhetoric from the Thai side is that they're just going to keep at it until they stop Cambodia firing back at them. And from what they've been doing, they're trying to reduce the capacity for Cambodia to maintain any military presence along that border. Have you been up in that part of the world?
I visited Phnom Penh for one night once.
So you haven't been in the sort of the war zone?
No. I've never been to Isan. I've never been outside of Bangkok other than, southern Thailand. No, there's nothing there. There's no beach. Why would I go there?
Well, that's true. It's quite mountainous, and you got it's two plateaus, sort of an upper plateau, which is Thailand, then it sort of drops down, and the temples are sort of poised on the top there as you look across the Cambodian plains.
Okay. Yeah, it's not what they're fighting over, but sure, Yeah, again, I think nobody's going to be in the room when the decisions are made except the Thai generals and the Cambodian generals. And it's as likely that meeting will take place on a golf course as it is in a boardroom. That's how they've been doing everything, and that's what this is about. It's a personal conflict between two oligarchical families. It's not about temples.
The Hun family and the Shinawat family.
And the Shinawats have kind of bitten the dust now. So it's between
Cambodia 1, Thailand 0.
It's the Thai military showing everybody that when the prime minister says, "You, Cambodia, are not my enemy. This general in the Thai army is my enemy or my opponent." This is the army saying, "Yeah, screw you, politicians. We're in charge, and we're going to do what we want." And that will go on until they feel like they've made their point. So
we've got a band for this morning's program.
Who are you going to vote for? You have two choices, Team 1 or Team 2. That's it.
Well, they're the only ones that have been putting the speakers on the trucks and driving around. We're talking about the local Thai Muang, Mu 2 sub-district elections.
Yeah, and now that we're going to have new elections quicker than we thought, are we destined to see more of these trucks in the coming weeks?
Well, I don't think the election's until January the 11th or something, so we've got to put up with this. Maybe they'll play a bit of Christmas music on December the 25th.
Well, every day
for no particular reason.
We'll get 2 or 3 trucks selling rambutan with speakers or selling strawberries out of the back of the truck with speakers. But this is constant. They are going, they go the same route I take in the evenings. They go from that end of the street to that end of the street and back and forth all day long. Burnang, Bursong, yoke team. And it's just, it's pretty constant. But there's less koi being dried on the beach, so your clients won't complain as much, perhaps.
No complaints about that. So this is going to be a way that I can actually read the comments because they're a little bit closer.
Because that's your job. I ain't doing that.
No. What are you here for this morning?
I don't know. You invited me. I thought we'd go to Aquella and have breakfast and everything like we always do. Or go to the new place that I found. But no, here we are in your living room. And I'm drinking water, not even coffee. Can you imagine? These are the sacrifices I make for you, my audience.
We can make you a coffee, but it's going to be out of a jar.
Yeah.
And
I'm good.
You don't do jars.
I'm good. Yeah, I'll wait. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
So thanks to all those people that have joined us this morning. We're very grateful to see you. It might be Saturday night for some of those people who are watching. Somebody noted, I just read quickly, that it's below 0 in Iowa, your hometown.
Sorry, Mom. Yeah, and that's one reason I live on this beach. I love Iowa, but damn, it's cold.
Yeah, Iowa or Turtle Beach. Not a big choice there. Fair play to Steve for keeping his word on the hair colour promise, says Richard Woolley.
Thank you, Richard, but I did the easy part. This was easy. I fell asleep in the chair. You have to wait half an hour with the goop in your hair. I fell asleep. My part was easy.
I did the hard part. I have to listen to all this rubbish.
And look at it. The Queensland Tiger ponied up $1,000 for strangers.
Well done, Queensland Tiger.
That's primo right there. What Steve does, Steve's the dancing monkey. and what, the serious people do is above and beyond me. So thank you, Richard. But
Aidan O'Brien, you boys in a different spot today, not getting a sneaky 9 holes. Referring to
the Aquila Golf Course, where we usually shoot these and usually eat breakfast.
Steve is getting more like Dame Edna Everidge every day. Blue hair today, purple next week.
Yeah.
Oh, he says you're going to be wearing a dress.
Well, I don't know. I have worn dresses in the past. I have photos of me wearing dresses in the past.
You better clarify that before the rumor
Well, it's
mill
a
starts.
tradition in Thailand. Once a year, you have a staff party at the hotel I worked at. It was tradition for the management to dress up and do a drag show.
I have never heard that before in my life.
Well, I've got photos of me in a wedding dress with a big pillow, like I look pregnant, and I'm singing,
Like
or I'm
Barbra
lip syncing,
Streisand, Funny Girl.
"Like a Virgin" by Madonna, and I'm in a full wedding dress with a beard and a baby bump, and I'm lip syncing to "Like a Virgin." It's tradition here in Thailand.
I have never heard that. I think the
Yeah.
Thai staff are taking advantage of you.
Well, perhaps, but everybody did get
Mr.
dressed up.
Steve, tradition in Thailand. You wear
Yeah.
dress.
So I did that.
Very funny, haha.
3 years. I'm trying to think. In the theater, I wore Victorian for the Christmas Carol, but no, I don't think I've ever worn a dress other than that. But I
I've
forget
never
a
worn a
lot.
dress.
I don't know. But no, we're not going to go that far. But I don't know. Does it look bad? What do you think? Should I keep it? Should this be Steve's new look?
Well, I think, if you're talking about a blue rinse, that's a blue rinse.
Yeah.
That's about as blue as you can get. You two old blokes need to check out the artist Ren, a young fellow from Brighton, Wales. Watch High Ren by Ren, his signature performance, like nothing you've ever heard or seen, a gift to humanity. So,
Well, that's a glowing endorsement. What's it called? High Ren by Ren.
High Ren, A-H-I, not H-I-G-H, High Ren by Ren, R-E-N. The artist Ren, a singer, I'm assuming.
All right. Well, thank you for the heads up.
Some inappropriate comments here. I might just flag.
From our audience?
Yes.
No, say it ain't
dear.
so, Joe.
Good morning, Tim and Steve. Coolish in Chiang Mai. Of course, this time of the year, it does get a bit cooler.
Yes.
Anywhere sort of north of Bangkok. Even here,
Oh, it's been very cold for weeks.
I had to put my hoodie on this
Yeah.
morning to go and get the milk.
Yeah, I am realizing I own no warm clothes. And it has been, in fact, my turtle kind of went into a weird semi-hibernation. She's eating now, but she was just laying on the bottom of her tank for days and days and days because I don't keep a heater in a tank. Who needs to heat a tank in the tropics? It's been very chilly.
Just to be clear, I'm not going to be reading any of the comments people are making about pubic hair, just so you don't feel disappointed.
Aw.
Real Bob Tom, Steve
DM
can
me.
save money by setting up an online Wise account. It's not going to happen.
No.
And transferring his pension from the US bank account to his Thai bank account instead of withdrawing from an ATM. Lower charges.
Yeah, we're talking 500 baht a month.
If you look up
That's
in
it,
the Oxford
so-
English Dictionary the word Luddite,
Yeah.
it has one word after the word Luddite. It says Steve.
Yeah, these days they have photos in encyclopedias. Yeah, no, I appreciate the suggestion. It's been made before, a dozen or two times in the comments. But no, I take 20,000 baht out of the ATM twice a month. And that's 250 baht charged each time. That's 500 baht a month I pay to move my money around. And I'm happy with that. It ain't broke. I ain't going to fix it. But thank you for your suggestion.
Cyberpunk says, bring out the fighting elephants. Because in the days
Oh.
of old, wars around this part of the world used to be conducted
yeah.
on the back of elephants.
Yeah.
Now, that would actually add a very interesting dynamic to the...
Yeah. Oh, that'd
yeah.
be cool. You know, on that note, if you available on YouTube is for free the movie. It's The Kingdom of the White Elephant or The King of the White Elephant, and it's the movie made in the 1930s by Priti Panamyong, who was the architect of the revolution here and ended the monarchy. And he wanted to be a director like anyone else, so he directed a movie here in Thailand, and there's a battle scene with the Burmese.
It's astonishing.
Yeah, it is. The stuff they got done, where they put those cameras
Yeah.
and the stuff they put in there, and there were still like
There's no CGI. It's all
no, it's real damn elephants
yeah,
charging
yeah.
into each other and charging over soldiers and stuff. It's on YouTube. It's a real fun watch. I recommend that.
So that's the way they used to do it. Maybe that should be. They should say, put all the artillery you've bought from Sweden and the US and China and Russia, and get out the elephants, boys.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, the reason you see all these roosters outside temples, King Narasuan settled a war with the Burmese. They had their armies lined up, tens of thousands of men on each side. And the Thai king said to the Burmese king, I woke up this morning, I heard your chickens, your cocks crowing. How about we settle this with a cockfight? I'll bring my best chicken, you bring your best chicken. And they did, and the Thai chicken won, and the Burmese turned their elephants around and went home, and nobody died. So now the chicken is a symbol of strength and honesty and success.
Steve has so much Botox. A lot of commentary about your looks today. If Steve's had Botox, I'd be getting your money back. That's one thing I could say. Somebody's suggesting Mr. Nets says, nose ring next, Steve?
No. Piercing is pain. Yeah, I don't do anything that involves
We
pain.
could give you a general anesthetic and then do it.
Even that comes in a needle. No, thank you.
We could just whack you over the head like they used to in the Warner
Yeah,
Brothers cartoons.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting Steve stupid is the point of the show, young Master Timothy. Okay. Thank you very much. Somebody's analysing the dynamics of the show.
Dramaturgy.
Steve, you said you go Brazilian and are inappropriate. Hey, Steve, you look 10 years younger.
Than Tim. Thank you. Yes.
So he only looks 75.
Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate
This message is held for review. No, I'm not going to
Oh
be
dear.
reading that one.
Oh dear.
I get to read them, but you don't. You don't see bumper stickers on classic Mercedes. You don't see bumper stickers on classic Mercedes.
There's one right outside. Does
There's
it have
one
any
in my backyard.
Yeah. Is there any bumper stickers on it?
No. So you are correct in that. Why would you even say that?
If I had a Mercedes, I'd put a bumper sticker on it that said, my other car is a Mercedes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's meta. See? It's self-referential.
Okay, so Unfiltered Steve Live is great. Steve, better be careful of the ladyboys. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, somebody's making jokes about ladyboys.
That's
How
new.
clever.
Yeah, that's new. I don't
Thanks to me and my multiple social media accounts, I spread Thailand lies to the world, and now the world support Cambodia. Ha, 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 ha. That's from a person called Outercast. It was only a matter of time before we get the Cambodian trolls on the program.
Yeah,
And
that's
welcome,
interesting.
Welcome to you all.
Yeah, sure.
Steve, that blue hair fits you well. I've never seen my mother's cousin without purple hair.
Yeah.
Something wrong with that family. Steve, says
What?
the blind traveller. He just said, Steve, thank you for supporting Hun Sen, says Bruno Lingard. And if that person's actual name is Bruno Lingard, I will march naked down the Thailand Beach Road backwards in a stooped position.
You heard it here first, folks.
Didn't Steve go to northern Thailand when he first moved here? No.
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Well, I mean, 35 years ago, I honeymooned in Chiang Mai. But no, he's talking about the amulet from Pra. 3 years before I came here 3 years ago, I found a Buddha amulet from Pra, from a temple in Pra. What is it? Wat Pratat Dahe in Pra, and which is way up north outside of Chiang Rai. And a clay Buddha amulet, and it was in the dirt in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And I took it and I put it on the dashboard of my car and looked at it for 3 years driving to and from work as I waited for retirement. And I said, the first thing I do when I come back and retire here, I'm going to go up to Prague and get the amulet blessed.
Go on.
Yeah, at the punchline.
Okay.
At the punchline, you got to do this.
Right, sorry.
It's not a punchline. So I went up there. The temple was under renovation. There were no monks. I could not get my amulet blessed. So I came down. That's when I came down here. But yes, when I first got here, I went north first.
Have you been back up that part of the world?
No, nothing there for me. I met some very nice expatriates when I was up there, but otherwise, there's nothing for me up there.
Eastern Green says, Steve interviewed the Stones on the Don Mueang tarmac.
No, I don't like I'm a Beatles guy. I don't like the Stones.
Well, that wouldn't stop you from interviewing them. But
I think, you know...
I'd know about that if Steve interviewed the Rolling Stones on the, he says, Don Mueang tarmac. I think he means Don Mueang.
Don Mueang.
But I don't think that happened, and I'm not
No,
sure.
I interviewed Tiger Woods in Thailand, if that helps.
Well,
Yeah.
he's half Thai, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He does not consider himself half Thai, but yes, he didn't then when he was... I interviewed him, he was 19 years old.
Woods being a very famous Thai name.
No, I interviewed his father, Earl Woods, and I interviewed his mother, Kantida Woods, and a couple of aunts. I spent most of a day with the Woods family, and I got an article out of it. I got paid for it. But no, not the Stones. I think Mick Jagger is a talentless fop. He doesn't play any instruments. His voice is shitty. You know that song, I Got Moves Like Jagger? The guy twitches like he's having a seizure. He's not... I have never been attracted to anything with the Stones. A couple of songs, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, sung by...
He's a great performer.
Well, you may have my portion of that performance. I have never enjoyed
Not
it.
necessarily a great singer or a
No,
great anything, but
no.
put it all together, he's got a great stage
All right,
presence.
All right. Yeah, I
And he's got moves like Jagger because it's, a little bit individual.
yeah, it's spastic.
I'm sticking up for you,
Yeah.
Mick.
Mick, send him a thank you card.
You need a coffee, Steve.
Yes.
Man, these
yes.
people, how can you be awake at this early hour?
Yes, all of this. These are good comments. Yes.
Fun-sized media. Thai election official date. Alcohol sales banned on that date. Asking for a friend. Yeah, alcohol sales will be banned on that date. That's a traditional thing in Thailand. But as you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There's always a place you can sort of get a tipple if you need to. It's either going to be February the 1st or February the 8th. I'm tipping February the 8th for no particular reason.
And there is no weed ban on those dates, which I think is interesting. They banned alcohol on election days and other important days. Buddhist holidays and such. When there's a royal funeral and things like that, they will ban alcohol sales. They don't ban cigarettes or caffeine or weed. So I just find that interesting. And yes, I would like a cup of coffee, thank you. No, I don't.
Out of the bottle, you're okay?
No, we're good. Yeah, with a spoon out of the jar, sure.
Why no Thai soldiers step on landmines when they're a battle?
Bot. Cambodian bot.
No, it's a fair question. There have been plenty of Thai soldiers stepping on Cambodian landmines, and if you believe the politicians, that's the reason that they're trying to clear the landmines from those areas. So, Thai soldiers are losing limbs. I think there's probably been 7 or 8 separate injuries over not just the most recent outbreak of fighting, but a couple of months back in July.
So the more interesting question, I think, are these comments coming from literal bots, or are there Cambodian young men and women who are tasked and paid to watch shows like this and comment? Or is it all done automatically? Is it just bots? I think I want to meet that person. If there is a Cambodian who is tasked with watching this show and commenting, I want to meet you, dude. I think that'd be a fascinating interview. I want to meet that guy.
Cyberpunk, just about every comment you're making is being held back, so I just give up and go home. Okay, bye. Mary Black says, I'm in the lovely Isan part of Thailand, and I'm glad Steve will not be coming here.
Yeah, me too. We're on the same page, Mary.
Richard Woolley, I always drink coffee out of a jar actual fact, I bring a couple of jars in my luggage when travelling to Thailand every time. Richard, we're much better for having heard that. Thank you very much.
Wait, this place, the Lotus, is awash in instant coffee. What are you bringing in a jar? Is there a brand you prefer that you're not getting here?
You can buy the cans of made-up coffee in 7-Eleven too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Birdie and things like that. Yeah.
I've never tried one, but I imagine they're
Oh,
very nice.
they're horrific. They're awful.
Very sweet?
No, they taste like aluminum. They taste like a tin can. They're just
Aluminium?
awful. Yes, aluminium. I am corrected. I stand corrected.
Magna Man Ben, vote for team number 1. I don't know what their platform says, but one of them is my partner's cousin.
And that's how politics works here. Yes. Best comment of the morning. Yes.
Vote for team number 1. I think
Go team.
I think I have to vote for team number 2 because he's my landlord.
Oh, there you go.
I don't get to vote, by
See,
the
that's
way.
politics, baby.
Why
we don't get to vote.
Why Cambodia not fight with Thailand while Thailand is dealing with the flood?
I want to meet you, dude. I want to meet you.
Why?
Reach out, dude. I want to interview
Why Cambodia
you.
not fight with Thailand while Thailand is dealing with the flood? What's he insinuating?
That Cambodia is being compassionate and they've called off their advance while they know their neighbors are dealing with a flood.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit. But, I love this guy. I love
Fun-sized
you, dude.
Fun-sized media asked the most important question of the day.
Bum, bum, bum.
Why am I watching this?
Ooh, that's profound, dude.
And we'd asked the same question.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Ren is the GOAT.
Ren is the greatest of all time.
Yes, apparently Ren is unique. I got the funny feeling he might be one of these singers that does the many octaves, a bit like Dimash Kudaibergen from
well, of course.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, I've got him tattooed on my back. Yeah.
The hair looks good, says
Thank you.
Flad Tom.
Thank you.
Everything's so good in Thailand. I have to agree. Steve's analysis would be fucking brilliant. I don't think I can say that.
You
I
just
won't.
did.
Steve's hair looks blue, says Mick Fitz. Really?
Oh, Mick missed the beginning of the show.
Must be something with the lighting.
Yeah,
It's
gotta be the
reflecting
lighting.
the
Yeah.
blue background.
Go back.
I think.
When we're done, go back and watch the top of the show, dude.
Mick says, blue rinse, like my grandma.
Yeah. I'm on my way to a matinee.
Steve is, I like the grey hair better. Natural hair is nicer on you, says Lynn Lelliot.
Thank you, Lynn.
Lynn, you've got great taste in mature-aged men. As Steve is very special anyway, it actually looks good. So not a lot of discussion about the Thai-Cambodian border.
My hair has trumped current events.
I think, stop all this nonsense. I think we should put you in a car, drive you up to the Thai-Cambodian border. You can step out with your blue hair and go, stop
Yeah.
everything. Stop everything. Take your guns and go home.
Yeah, who
When was
watches
the
the
last
Watchmen?
time you say hello to your grandchildren?
I have none as yet.
No.
You have none?
I don't have. When was the last time you say hello to your grandchildren? Asks Outercast. Try asking another question because you might be asking that for another program. Since 5 a.m., the sound of fired shell is intensifying in Trat province. Our understanding is that the fighting continues this morning. It's sort of low level, but it is fairly continuous from what I hear, what I read, and what I hear from my friends who are living in the area but are currently being... So there, some of them have moved 10, 20, 30 kilometres away from the border, and they're still hearing the rumble of the onslaught in the background.
Yeah.
So quite intense.
Well, you can't buy new weapons until you use up the weapons you have, and you can't steal from a budget until there's a budget. So you got to use up the weapons you've got.
The Wu-Tang Life, a bit of analysis. Cambodia is banking on China to back them with weapons and funding as China has invested a lot of money in Cambodia, and also they want to expand their regional influence for military access. Now, I have to say, there have been people sending me both emails and people commenting on yesterday's live program. We're doing this live at 8 a.m. every morning. You're welcome to join me, although you've probably got other things you want to do at 8 o'clock in the morning.
No. I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
so,
I was reading comments, I'm sorry.
Oh, you can actually read them. Can you
A
see
little
them
bit, yeah,
without
if
your
I
glasses?
squint, I can see them.
So there have been people who have been sort of almost chewing bow ties, trying to contort the situation, using the word proxy a lot, trying to make something out of this scuffle, this skirmish, more than what it actually is. It's between Thailand and Cambodia. I think any talk of CIA and all these other sort of James Bond theories and saying the word proxy a lot is not going to magically try and turn it into some sort of covert operation. This is really just, I'm very sure about this, just between the two countries. And let's hope it remains that way.
There is an axiom in medicine: when you hear hoofbeats, think horse before you think zebra. In this part of the world, I think the horse is a pissing contest between two factions in these two countries. The zebra would be the CIA and China and agents and covert and all this kind of stuff. And while I think, China and the U.S. are probably interested in what's happening, I think it's way more about, the size of certain men's penises.
And what's happening along the border with Thailand and Cambodia. Why have those casinos been targeted and bombed? We all know the reason. It's not because they're hiding artillery in there. It's because they've got scam centres in there. Moot Turk says, my neighbours blasting loud music from 6 a.m. this Sunday morning, but I shouldn't complain because I'm in Thailand. Yeah, there are usually two volume controls on Thai speakers. Too loud and not work. They're the two volume positions.
Yeah, it can be very loud, yes.
Okay, what's the dental situation for Steve? When's the upgrade?
Nope.
Nothing to add, I don't think.
Last time I looked at my fake tooth, all the water had evaporated from the airtight plastic canister it's kept in. So that's how long it went unused, long enough for all the water to evaporate from a sealed plastic container. No, I don't. This doesn't bother me a bit, whereas putting in the fake tooth is an annoyance. So no, this is what we're living with.
Good morning to Chris Small in regards to our comments about the sending in the elephants. He says, why hurt such a beautiful and soulful animal for the greed of man's desires? Man and metal, let the graceful, lovely elephant rest. Well, yeah, okay.
Poetry, dude.
Tim should also dye his hair blue. I don't think anyone
No
would
one
notice.
would see it. No one would see it.
Okay. More per Tim new broadcast. Nothing so funny about good day. Okay, thank you for that.
String of random words.
What are you both reading at the moment? I'm reading Dickens as it's Christmas, says Bon in Brighton, which we'll talk about in just a moment.
You promise?
Oh dear, I'm just reading the news.
Yes.
I'm not reading any books at the moment. I'm sorry to say.
He doesn't read, and
Well,
I
used
don't
to read
either.
a lot.
Yeah.
My eyes are just looking at different things these days, and it's not books. Okay, let's move on. I'm trying to sort of read all of these. Tim wonders, it's been... I've been to that area, says TSL 56, back in the early 80s when the Cambodian military were in nominal control of the temple, having ousted the Khmer Rouge. I was able to visit Cambodian territory briefly. Yes. We should acknowledge that Cambodia's had a tragic history over the past, going back to the 70s, of course. It's got an awful history. It has to carry on its broad shoulders. If you go to Phnom Penh, and I've been there a couple of times, but I took the opportunity to visit the prison where they tortured their own people, and also to the killing fields where they killed and buried their own people. And they're both places to truly understand Cambodia that you do need to visit at least once. So we bear zero grudge towards the Cambodians, and we hope that this situation is sorted out quickly.
Yes, ditto.
I was just presently surprised to see them on live. He's talking sort of in the third person there. He's talking about us. Why are people bugging Steve? Let people enjoy their lives if they aren't doing any harm. Hello from Korea, fellas. North or
Thank you.
south? Fair question.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment.
Cyberpunk. This one actually got through. 19 years in Bangkok and I still haven't got pasted Soy 4.
Past Soy 4.
Oh, God.
19 years, I still haven't
Yes.
got past Soy 4. Well, if that is the truth, if you're happy with that, then rock on, I guess, if you're not hurting anybody. I got bored of all of that pretty quickly back in the day, but, rock on, dude. You do you.
Wanderlust Asia. True, the Beatles were better, but the Stones do have some classics.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to compare the Beatles and the Stones. They happen to be around in their heyday at the same time. Two very, very different bands doing different things. I'm not sure how many... Did the Stones write a lot of their songs, or the Beatles wrote most of their songs?
Yes, and wrote them beautifully. The Beatles, the lyrics and the Beatles is art. I can't get no satisfaction. Yeah. That's not a lot of art in that.
I love that song.
Yeah, it's fine. Particularly the version done by Phyllis Diller. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Phyllis Diller singing I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Because this is a woman who built her whole career on telling us how crappy her life is.
What was her husband's name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Fang.
Okay.
Yes.
So having a woman in her 60s complaining, I can't get no satisfaction, you believe it. Hearing Mick Jagger complain, the guy's a billionaire, women are throwing themselves at him, he's young, he can't get no satisfaction. Well, suck it up, dude. But I really like that song as done by Phyllis Diller, and I'm sure it's out there. You can find it.
I saw Phyllis Diller live in Las Vegas. It was a two-part performance.
I remember she opened for the Stones.
She
Yeah.
She opened. She did the first half of a show for Neil Sedaka.
Aw. Yeah,
So it was
Neil.
Phyllis Diller and Neil Sedaka. This was 1983 in Las Vegas. So there you go. Tim, why haven't you arranged a coffee for Steve via Grab
Yes.
or Line Man?
Yes.
Why haven't I, Steve?
We don't have those things
We
here.
don't have
We
them.
don't, no.
We're on a little remote beach. They don't send
Not
Grab
yet,
down here.
though I'll tell you what, this place is changing rapidly and the day may come, probably inevitably. You can call 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven will deliver here.
Yes, and the Tesco, the Lotus as well.
Will they?
Yes.
Wow. And I think the young women who work at the 7 are very happy for a chance to get away from that bing bong. They're always very happy when they go out on the motorcycle.
Okay.
So yeah, we could do that.
Veering into different territory here. This is for Steve. I'm just correcting him as I'm reading it. Is 40k baht enough for 1 month in the land of smiles, or is this for non-tourist expat that is already settled? When we're talking about the cost of living in Thailand, it's a very, very open-ended question.
Yeah.
There's no one answer. You can probably live on 40k a month in Thailand. You're not going to be going out every night. You're not going to be buying a lot of new televisions.
You're not going to be living in Bangkok.
Probably not. But you could live
Yes.
on 40k a month in Thailand. However, I would say if you want to live even vaguely comfortably, you probably need to be on 80 to 100 baht before you start saying that you're living well. And but living on this beach, you could live quite comfortably.
Yeah, at least philosophically, there are Farang monks in this country living on zero. So the spectrum goes from that guy to the guy in the pool villa with the infinity pool on Phuket, who has a different partner every night and who eats in 5-star restaurants every meal, yada, yada, yada. So the spectrum, there's your spectrum. Come and be a monk or come and be an oligarch. I'm in the middle. I've said before, I get 50,000 baht a month in Social Security. That's all I have. I live very well, and I spend a butt ton of money on cigarette lighters and glue and cement and paint and things like that. So I have money left over. But I cook for myself. I cook breakfast for myself every day. Cook dinner at least once a week, usually twice or three times.
Have for breakfast?
Because I get up very early and I have to take my heart medications as soon as I get up, and I have to take them with food. So I keep hard-boiled eggs in the fridge, and I'll have hard-boiled eggs and oatmeal and a banana and a cup of coffee and my meds at about 4:30 or 5 in the morning. Then at about 9, I'll go to the Khao Gang place. I don't know if you're familiar with Khao Gang, curries over rice. And you get 3 choices over rice, 3 different toppings over rice for 60 baht. And that I'll have a second breakfast like a hobbit, and then the day goes on. But every morning...
I used to have a favourite little Muslim restaurant in Phuket down at Nai Han Beach I used to go to. Usually on Sunday mornings, it used to have a queue, just this very simple roadside restaurant, but they did a magnificent chicken curry with roti on the side.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I love that. That was nice.
Yeah.
This is going to hurt you, Steve. I'm sorry
Everything
to read this one out. Class 58. You'd be the class of 58? No, born 58.
Born 57.
Born 57. Probably Mick doesn't rate Steve either.
That
That is cutting to the core.
Yeah, sure. He's never read my books. I know for a fact. I would bet money that he has never read my books. Sure. So there you go. But anybody, listen, anybody who consumes, who spends their precious time consuming any media has the right to be a critic, right? Everybody's a critic. You watch a movie, you read a book, you listen to a song, you have earned the right to express your opinion publicly about that product. So, horses for courses.
Michael Palm says the light makes Steve's hair look blue. Really?
Really? Someone else who didn't watch the beginning of the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
G-Rig, he's on the same path. Is Steve's hair blue? Do you think so?
Really? What's that a sign of? Is that some tropical disease I've contracted?
Fun Size Media says I'm a Cambodian bot. A Canadian bot. A lot of people are asking why no more soldiers are stepping on landmines if so many new ones are planted, says the Maven. Well, I think at the moment we're not talking so much about troops along the border, but the people are standing off the border firing rocket shells into the territory on the other side of the border. Thais flying F-16s. It doesn't involve troops marching along the border. But there have been, over the last week, a number of Thai soldiers who have been injured stepping on landmines, so you're incorrect. The war is similar to the Middle East maps drawn by colonialists.
Yeah, it's not about that.
There's a lot to be said about the history of this region and the maps drawn in the case of the Cambodian border by the French. But looking back 100 years is not really going to help you understand what's happening now and the dynamics between the Thai and Cambodian governments. Yeah. It's got very, very little to do with dotted lines on the map. It's much, much deeper and more complex than that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to read about the history of the area and the history of the border, and but it has nothing to do with the dynamics that are being played out at the moment.
No, those dots have been on that map for 100 years, but this all started with the phone call between Patotan Shinawat and Hun Sen. That's what started all this. That's what offended the Thai army, and it's about that. It's not about nobody really cares about the old temples and stuff like that.
Difficult to get decaf in Thailand. I would sort of agree with that. You can buy it in the stores, like I've seen it in Tesco. What's it not called Tesco now? What's it called? Lotus. Lotuses with many apostrophes. Yeah. But if you go down to the corner shop and you say decaf, they'll just stare at you, not knowing what you're talking about.
I have never tried, so I don't know.
Tim, would you agree an asymmetrical affront on Thai tourist areas would provoke all-out war? Would you agree an asymmetrical affront on Thai tourist areas would provoke all-out war? There won't be an attack on Thai tourist areas. No. I don't think. Well, the only people that would be doing it in this particular engagement would be the Cambodians. Whether they have the capability to do so, it's unlikely, and it would be the silliest thing and the most irresponsible thing.
And nobody wants that. The Cambodian generals, they don't gain anything from that.
Exactly.
And this is going to be settled in a back room by men in uniform smoking cigars. It's not. They don't want that kind of. They don't want to draw in. Oh, we killed an American tourist. Now everybody's sticking their thumbs in our pots, and we're never going to get this settled.
Yeah.
No.
Richard Woolley, I went to a Rolling Stones concert. It's all either blue hair or Mick Jagger.
Did you get satisfaction?
He went to a Rolling Stones concert almost 30 years ago. They would have been in their 70s. And the support band was AC/DC. I agree with Steve on the Mick comment. AC/DC stole the show. Yeah, I think AC/DC is a great band. A little bit over it these days. But I love they're from Melbourne. Well, two of them I think are from Scotland originally, but they moved to Australia in the 50s and grew up in Melbourne. Their first video clip was made going down Swanston Street in Melbourne. You're fascinated about that, I can see.
They're very distracting. I can read the comments, but only if I really focus and squint.
You're a bit ahead of me. So, I'm sort of still waiting through
That's
these.
Fine. You're in charge, dude. It's your
I'd
channel.
like to see Tim and Steve in flak jackets and wandering the roads near the border do a live report. Well, firstly, we wouldn't be allowed to go. No one's allowed to go near the border, and this is part of the problem with getting free and fair news. And any accuracy in the news is just very few people who would be able to get that information out are allowed near the border, near the action areas. And we've only got the spokespeople from the armies passing on information through the media. And so we've got this filter about exactly what's happening. And anybody who says they know exactly what's going on is basically lying to you. Thumper Squid, I'm Kilroy. Oh, thanks.
Kilroy was here.
Sim L says Birdie coffee are fantastic. I haven't tried one, but you think they're rubbish.
What's this now? What coffee?
Birdie coffee.
Oh, yeah, I have not enjoyed a can of Birdie coffee. I've had maybe 4 or 5 in my time in Thailand. No, I have not. I did not develop the taste for that.
The Maven, he's back again. Full disclosure, I live in Cambodia, but I'd never want to be an echo chamber, which is why I watch you to see all sides. Cyberpunk making other inappropriate comments. Okay. About that, what do you think expats, if a Thai comes up to an expat and says, what do you think about the Thai-Cambodian border conflict? What should be their response?
ไม่ใช่เรื่องฝรั่ง It's not my business. It's not a ฝรั่ง story. ไม่ใช่เรื่องฝรั่ง And a smile. Don't engage. There's nothing to be gained.
Exactly.
There's nothing to be gained. Whereas acknowledging that there are some things that are Thai business and not Farang business, you gain. That you are seen in a good light. So that's what I do.
Perhaps the conflict near Trat will drive away tourists so I can relax on the island in peace. So yes, near Trat you've got Koh Chang and Kok Kud, which are very popular. Well, not as popular as places like Samui and Phuket, but still increasingly popular Thai islands right on the very, very east coast of Thailand and very, very close to the Cambodian border. In fact, as you sort of trace it down, the Gulf of Thailand sort of almost merges with the Cambodian border and they meet. But I think there is a concern that so far, I think embassies are saying don't go to places like Koh Chang, but the people on Koh Chang saying no problem here, keep on coming. So I don't think they're being affected at the moment.
Yeah, I don't see any benefit to the Cambodians to attack a tourism center. They get nothing out of that, and they just open a huge can of unpleasant worms.
Yeah. Ren is a British rapper. There you go. We learn
Okay.
something every day.
We do. I never remember any of it the next day.
But
we,
does he have blue
learn.
hair? I bet he doesn't.
And why?
Both sides seem to be avoiding areas frequented by foreign tourists. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you want to, if what I've heard is accurate, yeah, it's just not going to happen. This is going to be confined to these border areas. Unfortunately, the good people on either side of the border, the
Yeah.
villagers that just go about their life on a day-to-day basis, trading a banana for a durian, they're the ones
Yeah.
who are being displaced. Up to 1 million people now thought to have been moved away
Yes.
from the conflict areas.
May I make a personal observation on that point? So we had, it happens from time to time. We had a single male traveler come and stay on Turtle Beach, and he came and had coffee at my house, and he asked to see the karaoke. We have 2 little karaoke here. That's the only commercial sex industry in town. Very, very local, very, very small scale. The girls don't dress up. They don't put on makeup.
Can you actually sing a song there?
Yeah, well, I can't sing, but yes, they have karaoke
They got-
machines.
they actually have
and
karaoke.
people do sing, and you have to listen to it because the volume's on 11. But you can sit outside, as we did. There's kind of a tiny little beer garden in front of each of these places. So I took him to this one place, and we had a very nice evening. We didn't go anywhere with any of the girls, but he was very generous and bought, I think, like 16 big bottles of Chang. And we had 6 or 7 women sitting at our table and buying them Spy wine cooler, and all this kind of stuff. There was a girl sitting next to me, and she kind of like stroked the hairs on my arms. And I felt her fingers were very calloused. And so I took her hand and turned it over, and sure enough, was like a baseball player's hands. Her palms of her hands and the pads of her fingers were very calloused. And I said, "What are you doing? Are you gardening? Why are your hands so hard?" She said, "No, I'm from Surin, and I was working in a somtam restaurant making somtam with the mortar and pestle, and I built up these. But my family has had to move because of the fighting, and nobody in the family can find work. So I came here, and I'm working here now." So it reaches all the way to Turtle Beach. The conflict
go.
has, without bombing, without shooting. Here, this woman who was working a week ago, because the calluses are still there. I assume calluses would go away with time and lotion. But she's been displaced, and she shows up here in our dinky little town, in our dinky little karaoke, with her heart is like a mason, like a bricklayer's hands. And the effects of war are far-reaching. That's all I want to say.
Scarface saying that a lot of cancellations on Koh Chang. Sad to hear that, but I understand people would sort of look at the map and go, "Oh, that seems a bit close." But as far as we know, there's no problems on Koh Chang, and I'm sure the people there would appreciate your support. If not right at the moment, maybe very soon when things hopefully calm down. They replaced 5 kilometres of the road here, 5 perfectly good kilometres of road. There was nothing wrong with the road, but they resealed it anyway and it's turned it into a 5-kilometre racetrack for the young.
It was always
The
a
youngsters.
racetrack for the young, but now
Yeah.
it's a better, smoother, slicker racetrack.
Yes.
Yeah.
I interviewed 2 of the monkeys in Melbourne, says Brian Malik.
Which two?
Well, that's a good question.
I think Mickey Dolans and Peter Tork were well, yeah, it's a good question. Certainly it wasn't...
Mickey Dolans is the only one still around.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Who was the guy with the hat? Mike Nesmith certainly would not do interviews. But the other 3 were. Yeah, that's a fascinating story. How, what's his name? The director created and then destroyed the monkeys within the space of 3 years, created a worldwide phenomenon, and then out of spite, destroyed it. Wow. What's his name? Malkovich? No. Mankiewicz? No. Shoot, I can't remember the name. The producer who created the monkeys.
Hey Siri, what's the name of the producer that
Paul
created the
Mazursky.
monkeys?
Paul Mazursky.
Well, I'm going to trust Siri, not you.
ChatGPT asks, Do you mean the music producer behind the band The Monkees, or the creator of the television show that
Television
featured
show.
Television show.
Paul Mazursky.
He's thinking. He's rummaging through his files.
Here, AI is improving our lives, ladies and gentlemen. It's a miracle occurring right in front of your eyes right now.
Oh, it's having it.
The television show The Monkees was created and produced by Bob Raffleson and Bert Schneider.
Paul Mazursky. No.
All right.
At any rate, love the Monkees, love the Monkees. And you know, Mike Naismith didn't have to do interviews because he was wealthy. He was a millionaire before the show ever started.
Because his mother,
Invented whiteout. Yes.
Tipex.
Tipex.
I think that's what commercially was called. Well, it wasn't Australia. It was called Tipex.
Okay. That product, she created it, and they got like
The
a
stuff
third of
that
it.
I used to,
Yeah.
out of my typing.
Right? Yeah.
The
Used to be in
Tipex.
every office, bottles and bottles of that stuff in
You
every
sit
office.
there sniffing it.
Yeah. No.
You are correct about the fight, but one needs to be concerned about the scammers in Cambodia and the support for them by the Chinese. Well, they're not being supported by the Chinese, like the Chinese government. Many of the scammers, were born or have origins in China, but the Chinese government aren't running the scam centres. And who controls the casinos? Not Cambodians. Absolutely right. Hence the other problems. Politics and religion, two of my least favourite things, says Fun Size Media. Where
God bless you, Fun
Do you
Size
want to
Media.
just? Don't have time for Norel's notebook this week. Do you just want to do your review for the book?
No, but I would like to thank three people in Norel's Notebook,
Sure.
if that's all right.
Yes.
Norel's Notebook brought to you by White Labs Padia, as always.
Tim Tams.
Tim Tams, under his breath, Tim Tams. I want to thank James, and I have forgotten his last name. I'm sorry, James. He came and brought me coffee from northern Thailand. In the bean, big damn bags of coffee for me to grind up. And I'm very, very grateful for that. That's terrific coffee. And I had been going along for months on this Bon Cafe, which is the only thing sold in this town here in the way of grounds. And it's all right. It's like Folgers or Maxwell House. It's a commercial bulk coffee product. But this coffee is really good. And thank you, James. I appreciate it. Let me see. Oh, Clint Capehart sent me an audio book, A Brief History of Thailand, and it was produced by a university think tank, I think, in conjunction with the U.S. military.
It's about that thick.
It's an audio book, so
an
no.
audiobook, okay.
But it's 13 hours of recorded speech.
Very brief.
By a real actor, not by AI. And so far, I've listened to the first hour or so of it, and it's fascinating. It's wonderful. So Clint Capehart, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Queensland Tiger, again, the hair is blue because Queensland Tiger donated $1,000 to the Bangkok Help Foundation. What's it called?
Thank you, Queensland Tiger.
Bangkok Community Help organization, which you can still do if you want to help the people in the South. And thank you to Queensland Tiger, and he got to pick the color that I would dye my hair. There's a new channel called Wahin Today, and the guy who runs it pronounces it Wahin, like I do. There's one other
Jonathan's
person.
got quite an accent, though. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But he lives there. Hi, Jonathan. Enjoying your program.
And Gringo Poppy sent me aspirin, which I had been complaining it's hard to find aspirin in Thailand now, but I found a 70-year-old druggist here in town whose shop I had avoided because he's hard of hearing and refuses to make any consideration for my spoken Thai, and so we weren't able to really communicate. But I went in there out of desperation. Yeah, he sells 81 milligram baby aspirin, which is what I take to thin my blood. So those are the thanks. I have other things to talk about, but you're saying we don't have time for it. So.
Well, we've been going for an hour and 11 minutes.
All right,
So,
well, it's your channel, babe.
I live
on.
just outside of Bangkok. My one BTS stop and rent my studio for 7,000 baht. 7,000 baht for a studio in Bangkok.
That's that's great.
You're doing very well.
I don't know the size of it, but that's great.
Daryl McGee, unfortunately, it's my business to a point when my wife and son are getting distressed. I will not take sides, however, I just want this to stop. No offense, Steve, just my side of the story. We concur. 100%. We want it to stop as well. Comment, Koh Chang, there are many people cancelling both in the resort and diving. I understand that would be the sort of knee-jerk reaction thing that you would do if you were thinking of going to Koh Chang, reading the news, looking at the map. But maybe just check your embassy website about travel restrictions or travel advisories, and also just have a quick read of the news.
And what's interesting to me is that 35 years ago, when I was working in the hotel industry, this kind of thing would have emptied Thailand of tourists. The first Gulf War, when the U.S. invaded Kuwait, that killed tourism in Southeast Asia. This country emptied like someone pulled a flush lever. All the tourists left, and I had to leave. Everything I was doing for money dried up, and I had to leave because there was a war in the Middle East. Now, because we've had decades of constant war all over the world, now we're more inured to it, and not as many people are changing their plans. The fact that anyone's going to Koh Chang at all while there's a war going on the border is a testament to the fact that we're a much more laissez-faire and cavalier group of travelers these days.
Mile High says, show me an ideal border anywhere in the world, especially in Southeast Asia. Borders are difficult locations for many countries. Even the border between Phuket and the mainland of Thailand, they've got a checkpoint there that I go through a couple of times a week. Have you ever been stopped there?
No, not that I can remember.
Either
I was on a
why?
bus. I was on a bus that got stopped, and they pulled two Burmese guys off the bus, but not me. No.
And
Swadee Kap, kun game.
Swadee Kap. Many expats in Cambodia doing vlogs, YouTube, etc., are very supportive of Cambodia being the victim. Are very supportive of Cambodia being the victim. I understand their bias from bad reports. You can't or how to comment without offending. Okay. Look, thank you. We've got far too many comments to read out this morning. I've done my best to try and read most of them. We sort of had a hybrid news program at the very start, and we've also had a bit of the grumpies for a Sunday morning.
Yes.
We are doing, no, not we, but TNT is doing a daily 8 a.m. live sort of briefing. And we'll continue doing that whilst we've got such important news to share with you. Our water has arrived.
Yes. Not that it will improve the coffee, but
The coffee you never got.
next time I'll bring my own. Next time, that's the obvious solution. I'll bring my own.
Well, what's the book you were going to share with us? Just give us a prelude.
Welcome to
Swadee Kap.
Welcome to the Bangkok Slaughterhouse by Father Joe Meyer. Mayor. He was a priest who was famous for a long time in Bangkok. He, with the help of Jerry Hopkins, who was one of the few legit writers that we've had living in Thailand, Jerry Hopkins helped him with this book. His foundation has taken some flack in the years since, but he was a pretty good writer for a priest who ran an orphanage. And he used to write a column for the Bangkok Post. It's where I knew him from. And he described the things that were going on in that slum and the challenges faced by these kids really, really well. So if you're interested in somebody not just sitting around complaining, but somebody who actually tries to help the situation, welcome to the Bangkok Slaughterhouse by Father Joe Meyer is a good choice.
Thank you very much for watching today, and appreciate you dropping in. And that's his phone.
Yes, that's his phone. Yeah.
That's his business, is delivering water. The water is very, very, very cheap, but we are still in the...
But it comes in small plastic single-use bottles, which is...
Well, we get the big tanks for ourselves, and those are for the
for the units.
For the guests.
Oh, that's what you put in the courtesy fridge for the...
Yes,
okay, I get
that's
it.
right.
I get it, okay.
Plenty of comments still coming through. Somebody offering me $25 to a charity of Steve's choice if Tim will dye his hair red. Two things wrong with that. It's Steve's choice. No. And $25, not even vaguely enough.
And nobody would see it. He could dye his hair red, and nobody would know. Yeah.
Bit of red here, nah. Yeah, I'd have to bleach it first, and then there would a lot of money for nothing. Thank you very much, everybody, for dropping in. By the way, if you do want to buy Steve's books and share his wisdom about Thailand, there's links in the description to a real book and his audio books as well.
Yes. Thank you for that, Tim. And thank you for the invitation to be here. I think I got through the whole thing without saying anything that you're going to have to cut out. So I'm happy with that.
It looks like it's starting to...
It's a buffer.
So a good time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching.
Bye.